Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Project Podium. This is not one of those videos where I'll be talking about Austria and what could happen and what to expect in the race weekend, but just one of those sit down videos which I'm really enjoying these days while talking to you guys. Today I actually want to touch an extremely touchy topic. I know that a lot of you guys must have seen the thumbnail and the title of the episode and must been like, how dare she talks about Charles Leclerc, how dare she calls him the next Daniel Ricciardo. Honestly, I don't enjoy doing that. It's not something I want to do. But circumstances in Formula One are such that you never know. That could be the case. So basically, a lot has been happening in Formula One. Formula One this season first started with a lot of regulation problems, and then we've kind of come in a compromise with that. And then, of course, we had the Kimi Antonelli and George Russell tiff going on. But now, things seem to have moved a little bit. Lewis Hamilton in Barcelona won his first race with Ferrari, which was huge. I mean, it was the biggest news in Formula One this year, I feel. Even if you are a Lewis Hamilton fan or not a Lewis Hamilton fan, you are happy for Lewis Hamilton and for what he just achieved. He broke several records when he won his race in Barcelona, like being the only driver who's won a race with McLaren, Mercedes and Ferrari. Just one of those records that he casually broke on a race weekend. Honestly, I'm not even a Lewis Hamilton fan. Like, I am a Max Verstappen fan, but I obviously respect Lewis Hamilton for everything that he's achieved, and I was so happy for Lewis Hamilton at that time. Like, he has really done a lot to get Ferrari where he is. Now, the thing is that Lewis Hamilton is only 40 points behind Kimi Antonelli, and if this is the form that Lewis Hamilton is going to have throughout the season, then who knows? He could actually be the one who is contesting Kimi Antonelli or maybe George Russell for championship this year. And if that happens, the world is going to fall apart. The funny part is that the same script is being followed in MotoGP. Marc Marquez is basically 40 points behind leadership right now. And who knows what happens in MotoGP? Who knows if Marc Marquez makes a comeback just like Lewis Hamilton does? So the world of motorsports right now is honestly going super crazy. But you know what? Ferrari as a team is not just about Lewis Hamilton. There are two drivers in Ferrari. And we are literally forgetting about the son of Ferrari, who is basically Charles Leclerc. I really thought he's going to resign, but he's re-signed, and in my mind I was so adamant that he's going to resign that it even feels awkward to say that he's re-signed it. And you know, the thing is that he himself has said that a lot of teams have actually approached him and he still chose to be with Ferrari. If one of the top 4 teams has approached him, which probably Red Bull, but I don't see him as a Red Bull driver. Maybe Oscar Piastri is a Red Bull driver. I don't know if Mercedes would have approached him because we know that Toto Wolff really wants Max Verstappen. But maybe McLaren did approach him. And if McLaren did approach him, then why did he say no? Why did he resign? Why did he re-sign with Ferrari? I mean, I don't know. And I don't understand that. I thought that there's going to be a lot of shift in the driver market since there's so much happening in the top 4 teams. The top 4 teams are extremely vulnerable right now. But Charles Leclerc literally just made the most boring, non-chaotic move off track. I mean, he is a great driver, and I've always liked Charles Leclerc. I've always spoken good things about him. I really like him as a driver. I feel that he's one of the best qualifiers. I feel he's amazing at wheel-to-wheel battle. And honestly, I have always said that I've wanted to see Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc fight for championship. In fact, I feel that Charles Leclerc deserves a championship. And I would love to see him fight for championship. I think he's so good. He takes risks on track and he's amazing. But why is he not taking risks on contract? Why is he not getting out of Ferrari? I mean, if you go to see, he was one of the best rookies in the rookie era. He came in the era of Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen has 4 world championships. Lando Norris has a championship. George Russell is fighting for championship. Who knows, he might be champion this year. But Charles Leclerc, he's kind of lost. You know where I'm coming from? He has not even been in a race for championship. In fact, Kimi Antonelli almost has as many wins as Charles Leclerc, and Kimi Antonelli just came to Formula One like last year. So what I'm trying to say is that I have still not seen Charles Leclerc have his moment. The only time he had his moment was when he won in Monaco, and like half of Italy's birth rate went high, and like people worshipped him, and it was the happiest day in Italy that day, and Monaco was celebrating like crazy and all of that. So even Italy believes that Charles Leclerc deserves to be champion. But why the hell did he sign with Ferrari? And with Ferrari, my problem is that sometimes, sure, Charles Leclerc might make silly mistakes, which I feel that he did make a silly mistake in Barcelona in practice 3, and then he blamed it on the brakes, and then he took Lewis Hamilton's brakes, and then he still DNF'd in Barcelona. So yeah, the team does fuck up, but also Charles Leclerc fucks up. The team has been fucking up since a while. I know someone who works in Ferrari and has clearly told me that Ferrari is so adamant with what they want to do that they don't want to try new things. And I feel that since Hamilton has come to Ferrari, Ferrari has no choice but to listen to Hamilton, because come on, it's Lewis Hamilton. He's a 7-time world champion. So if Ferrari is listening to Hamilton, and then we see that Ferrari is improving, we see that Ferrari is starting to win races. Maybe it's too early to say, but who knows? You know, Hamilton has been saying that I am doing everything in my power to get Ferrari at the top again. And we do see changes in Ferrari since Lewis Hamilton has come. But honestly, Charles Leclerc seems extremely one of those guys who's been driving since he was driving when he entered Formula One. Like, there's no change, there's no development. There is nothing new that Charles Leclerc has offered to Ferrari. He's just like taking money, buying yachts, getting married, making a baby, getting his own brand. He's doing everything for his personal PR. But what are you getting on track as a Formula One driver? I don't get it. I mean, Red Bull is extremely toxic, but Red Bull listens to Max Verstappen. Red Bull makes sure that it's amazing in strategy. We always talk about it. Red Bull is definitely always trying to develop, always like listening to their drivers. McLaren, one of the best teams when it comes to development. McLaren, one of the best teams where you see that they are actually trying to build something, and what they achieved last year is incredible with 2 drivers. Mercedes, I mean, where do I even talk about Mercedes? Mercedes is one of the best teams on the grid when it comes to the top 4 teams. Probably I feel Mercedes is the best. But what about Ferrari? Even when Sainz was in Ferrari, we could see that they are doing strategies, and you know, Sainz is trying new things, but Leclerc is honestly lost. And I don't know what's wrong with Leclerc. I am a fan of Leclerc, and honestly, it's not coming from a good side, but I feel that Leclerc is one of those drivers who deserves championship, who deserves to be the star of the show, who is also the star of the show in Ferrari, but is just lost in translation, and I don't know where he's lost. And this we have seen before with Daniel Ricciardo. He deserved a championship. Daniel Ricciardo was amazing with PR. He was doing everything right. The only thing he did was he switched, according to me, was that he switched teams because I don't know what the fuck happened to him. And look what is happening with Daniel Ricciardo today. And I feel the same thing with Charles Leclerc. When he had the chance to switch his team, resign and go to a better top 4 team, I mean, I'm sure that Cadillac or Alpine did not come to Charles Leclerc. It has to be one of the top 4 teams that have come to Charles Leclerc. He still signed with Ferrari. I do believe in Ferrari, but I believe only a driver like Lewis or a Max or something like that can change Ferrari. We have seen Charles Leclerc give many years to Ferrari and he's done nothing. So, did Charles Leclerc take the correct decision by staying in Ferrari? Is Charles Leclerc the actual Daniel Ricciardo of Formula One? Is Charles Leclerc ever going to win a champion? Is Charles Leclerc even going to win a race this season? Who knows? Maybe he should follow footsteps of Lewis Hamilton. Maybe he should put his foot straight forward to Ferrari and say that you guys gotta listen to me. It's very easy for me to sit in Mumbai on a couch and talk about Ferrari, blah, blah, blah. But as a spectator, we have seen Lewis Hamilton do it. So why not Charles Leclerc? Whereas I feel that Ferrari would definitely listen to Charles Leclerc for the amount of love they have for Charles Leclerc. So let me know what you think about this situation in the comments below. Super excited for the Austrian Grand Prix, or let's call it the Toto Wolff Grand Prix. And let's see what happens this weekend. It's going to be an exciting race. I love the European League so much because it's at like 6 o'clock in Mumbai, which is just the best time for us to watch races. And I will see you next week with the race debrief, probably reacting to some tweets and memes, and let's make some fun videos. Charles Leclerc, keep me as your manager. Maybe I can like be a good one. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.